My name is Jim Juczak. I come from Adams Center, New York. I live on an intentional community that my wife and I founded unintentionally. I've had many jobs, but the longest job has been a shop teacher, a technology teacher, industrial arts teacher. I've also worked in vocational schools teaching carpentry and masonry, and for 3 different colleges teaching technical courses like electronics, electricity, solar installation, and stuff like that. My knowledge in weird, simple technologies has taken me all over, including to Afghanistan with the 3rd Brigade Combat Team, teaching simple technologies to the American Army, the Afghan Police, and the Afghan people in Kandahar. Chris McClellan, also known as Uncle Mud, crossed paths with me, and I had mentioned I was writing a book, and he mentioned that he published books. So we kind of got together on my book on scrounging, The High Art and Subtle Science of Scrounging. The book is always in a constant state of revision. Anybody that comes up with a good scrounging story that sends it to me either in an audio form or text form gets the next copy for free. So I get writing that is scrounged for my book, and it keeps expanding the book. And my punctuation and grammar get better with each rewrite. Chris told me I should come to this event and teach at it. Paul welcomed me. I love the people here at these events. I love non-electric water moving. I love simple mechanical systems. I love building with wood. One of the projects we've done while I was here is an all-log picnic table that's up near the top of the volcano here. We built the picnic table, and that was kind of a group of people that got together, and once they learned what I had to teach about saddle joints and the weight and the description of the project, I had very little to teach, and I worked along with them. We explored a wide variety of tools that attach and debarking tools, and how to fell a tree, and how to size the tree properly, how to lay out a saddle notch and cut a saddle notch, and then how to split 6- and 8-inch logs with a chainsaw. I got it to where it was a rough and ready picnic table. My team looked at it and said, we can do better, and went up and fixed it. We built the solar fountain at the kiddie pool in Arrakis, which is a spot on the campus here, that basically allows a solar panel to either directly run a 12-volt DC pump that will circulate the water in the little kiddie pool, soak pool, but it also has a battery so that if somebody wants to circulate the water at night. Presently, we're working on a photovoltaic system that will make the Allington Abbey Wafati independent of an outside power source. In other words, it'll have the solar panels on the roof and not have to have a portable power system brought in. I would love to make a human-powered washing machine that was fun to use. I would love to make spinning wheels. I would love to show them how to do non-electric water pumping, water conservation things. I teach everything from dowsing to how water pumps work, how well systems work, and I think that would work well for here as they're developing the infrastructure up in the lab area. I get ideas for projects on my property. From here, I wound up with 55 acres, 7 or 8 of which were a gravel quarry. So they denuded the land down to moonscape, and they hit a spring in the southeast corner. Came back a weekend later and discovered all of their equipment was under 3 or 4 feet of water and shut the operation down. So long story short, 23 years ago, we bought 55 acres of land for about $700 an acre, which is cheap even back then. Because it looked like a wound. And we spent a lot of time figuring out how we would rejuvenate the 7 acres in addition to building our house. Our house took 3 years to build. It is 3,000 square feet. It is cordwood and papercrete with an earth roof. A lot of experimental things went in there because I married very happily a woman who loves my experiments. And always marry somebody smarter than you is my rule, and I achieved that. We're looking for people to move to our intentional community and eventually take over what we've done, because I'm getting old and creaky and my wife isn't far behind. To do this, I mean, we have 5 houses that are capable of housing people 12 months of the year on the property. They've all been built without a mortgage, and 90% of them are recycled, indigenous, or scrounged materials. We have camperships, leaserships, and ownerships on our property. Campership means come, put the time in that's required to make your stay worthy of me having you there. And that typically is 10 hours of labor a week. If you're going to live with us, we ask for an additional hour for each day you eat food with us. And that's about it. The rule is that you can spend 5 of your 10 hours on improving whatever housing unit you're in to make it better, more comfortable, more efficient. But the other 5 has to be spent working on projects for our common good on the property. The biggest complaint I've gotten is, well, you've told me how to find land cheaply, but how am I ever going to live on it? I can't afford to build a house. And I spend a lot of time on temporary, slightly uncomfortable housing so you don't lose your dream of building what you want to live in. Contact me at my email or jsjuczak@gmail.com.